Life safety issues exist. Emergency repairs required before restoration to make ready for intended use. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Okay, this is Fire Escape Engineers. This is the inspector summary video. This is a pass-fail video. 866-649-0333. This is a pre-existing non-conforming structure. You need an EPA renovator's license because it's pre-1978 and probably contains lead. Again, this is pre-existing non-conforming and it's pass-fail. Let's get started with the video. Okay. So we're first thing, this is a platform, same as the other, different support system. You got 2 instead of 3 supports on each end, so that's 4 total supports with a small intermediary in the middle. And we have the same. We've got your slats here are 1.5 inches and by 1/4, and then you have the support appears to be it varies. The supports are different sizes, but typical is it looks like a 2 by 1.5 inch angle that forms the support. Some of them look like they're 2 by 2. It's a mix of angles here. There have probably been different repairs. And then your same type of configuration on the railing. 2 inch, 3/8 inch, 2 inch by 3/8 inch flat. And then it pops through just like you'd have a ladder. And that's typical throughout the fire escape and typical on this building. So you have your railing, the bottom of the railing is looks like it's a 2 inch slat also, and it's welded through, and then it's bolted to the brackets. That's more or less how that works. And then your railing for the treads, the stairs, is appears to be 3/4 solid, and you have one rail on the on the stringer itself, and your posts are also 3/4 solid. So let's continue on here. Again, we have a splice here, and it's riveted. All these splices, if you go underneath, they are starting to deteriorate. Throughout the structure, we have rust jacking. This fire escape has had little work. There is some evidence of new hardware, but in general, all the hardware has to be replaced on this. We have to investigate some of the supports. Okay, we're gonna go down here. This is the stairs we're gonna descend, and let me just turn around here, and down we'll go. And some of these steps are spongy, and they're definitely suspect. You can see this is typical. You got rust and rust jacking in here. So we got that throughout the structure. And like I said, it's spongy, which means the hardware is ready to fail. The clips are starting to fail. And you have your typical your slats are riveted and they're starting to pull apart from the clip itself. The slats are 1.5 inches by 1/4 inch, it looks like. Okay, I'm going to continue down. And again, it's all original hardware. Everything's typical. And we are in New York City, so you have to consider the sidewalks below and the effects of things falling off the fire escape. So this definitely needs repair right away. We don't have any life safety issues on this particular one, but you do have issues, and you've got extreme rust jacking, internal distress, and you can see, like over here, yep, it's completely starting to pull apart. So that's typical on each step, and we're going to continue our video down. Okay, so again, this is all typical, so I'm just not going to repeat what I said before. We have rust jacking, we need new hardware, and some of the clips are so far gone that they're going to need to be replaced. Okay, and this is the same formation as up above. I'm going to just come down over here. Over here we do have a pretty big slant. This particular part of the structure is slanting and is suspect. Again, we have a splice here again, and underneath those splices you'll see how deteriorated that is. We have this release. The release is up high, and the way this is supposed to work, you pick this ladder up and then you let the hook go over and then you release it, but they're all too heavy. It's the same problem. And then right here, the guide actually can be a hindrance because it rusts in, and it looks like this one's welded in too. I tried to pick it up, I couldn't, so we could definitely have a problem there. Okay, we come down. This is the last flight, and we have rust jacking, and let me get some shots from underneath here. Okay, this is typical, your supports, and then you can see them here, and then the next one down. So because this wall is painted, it's kind of hard to determine the connection here. It might need a little further investigation. Okay, and then all of these connections to keep the stringer from wobbling, they've been, it's probably been moving, and you need to seal them. So now we're on the last flight here, and you have the same type of thing. You've got the support. This is bridged from here to here. That's the support for the rail, and then it goes all the way across to the next support. So that's typical. And then we're down here, and this is the ladder system with the hook. And let me just try to show you. I can't, it's so heavy, it's so jammed, you can't move this thing. And that's typical for all of them. It's frozen in. Okay, this concludes the Spectre summary video.
Life safety issues exist. Emergency repairs required before restoration to make ready for intended use. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.